something strange is happening inside McLaren. Just a few weeks ago, Oscar Piastri looked unstoppable, dominating qualifying sessions, conquering races, and holding a commanding lead in the championship. He stood as the 2025 championship favourite, the young Australian prodigy leading the title race with calm precision and blistering speed. After dominating the first half of the season, he held a seemingly safe advantage over teammate Lando Norris. Yet now, that advantage has been evaporated into thin air. The same car that once terrified the grid suddenly feels like an anchor, dragging him down race after race. And that's what makes the current situation so unsettling. Piastri hasn't changed, his talent hasn't vanished, but his performance has fallen off a cliff just as Norris's form has skyrocketed. From Austin to Sao Paulo, the tables have completely turned, and fans, analysts, and even rival teams are starting to ask the unthinkable. Did McLaren sabotage Piastri to hand the crown to Lando Norris? Or has something been quietly adjusted, something that makes Piastri's MCL 39 just a little less sharp, a little less alive? Stay tuned, because in this video, we're going deep into the mystery that's shaking McLaren to its core. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe, because what's happening right now could completely redefine the 2025 Formula One title fight, and you don't want to miss a single update. When Oscar Piastri arrived in Austin, he looked like a future world champion in waiting. Calm, fast and methodical, he led the championship with a comfortable 22-point cushion over teammate Lando Norris. But in the span of just 3 races, that cushion disintegrated. Now, heading into Las Vegas, he trails Norris by 24 points, a staggering 46-point swing that no one saw coming. And the question being whispered across the paddock is chilling. What happened to Piastri's speed? Statistically, the numbers are brutal. From Australia to Italy, Piastri averaged a qualifying advantage of 0.042 seconds per lap over Norris. Since Azerbaijan, that advantage has reversed. Norris is now an average of 0.245 seconds faster. Piastri's qualifying results have dropped from an average of 2nd to 6th, and he's finishing races nearly 3 positions behind Norris. It's not just a dip in form, it's a complete collapse in competitiveness. Some say pressure is to blame, that the young Australian has simply cracked under the intensity of a title fight. But that theory doesn't add up. Piastri showed no signs of weakness earlier in the year when the spotlight was brighter and expectations higher. His sudden decline began on circuits like Baku and Mexico City, places that expose a very specific weakness: grip sensitivity. Piastri's driving style depends on precision, smooth inputs and high cornering speeds. When the car feels planted, he's electric. But when the track offers little grip, his confidence falters. Norris, on the other hand, thrives in chaos. He's comfortable when the rear slides, when the car is nervous, when the tyres dance on the edge. On low-grip tracks like Austin and Mexico City, that difference becomes decisive. Even so, this technical explanation only tells part of the story. McLaren's decisions in recent weeks have raised eyebrows. During the Sao Paulo weekend, the team changed Piastri's setup after the sprint, raising the car's ride height to protect the floor, and suddenly his balance was gone. He described the car as disconnected, struggling for front-end grip. Meanwhile, Norris dominated both the sprint and the main race, winning from pole. Fans began connecting the dots. Every time McLaren brings upgrades, Norris seems to benefit more. Every time setup calls are made, they suit Norris's style better. And every time a key strategy call arises, fortune leans towards the British driver. Is this coincidence or calculated bias? Online forums exploded with theories suggesting McLaren has shifted its focus to Norris, the homegrown star, in a calculated push for its first driver's title since 2008. Of course, sabotage in Formula One doesn't mean loosening bolts or damaging components. It's more subtle, choosing a marginally different setup direction, giving slightly more aggressive engine modes, or timing pit stops more favourably for one driver. When every tenth of a second counts, these tiny details can swing the outcome of a season. But to be fair, Norris's improvement this season is undeniable. After his retirement in Zandvoort, something changed. He's been ruthless, efficient, and mentally sharper than ever. His driving has reached another level, extracting maximum pace without mistakes, converting every opportunity. The contrast with Piastri's chaotic weekends couldn't be starker. Psychology plays a role too. Norris, now the established team leader, enjoys the full confidence of the McLaren garage. Piastri, while immensely talented, suddenly feels like the outsider. When a team subtly leans toward one driver, in body language, in feedback sessions, in energy, the other senses it instantly. Confidence drains, doubt creeps in, and in Formula One, doubt is deadly. The Brazil weekend was a perfect storm. Piastri showed strong pace early, but a small mistake on a damp curb sent him into the barriers. He recovered, only to receive a harsh 10-second penalty that most believed was undeserved. Later, a suboptimal tyre strategy sealed his fate. It wasn't a disaster of his own making, just a sequence of tiny misfortunes that snowballed. Meanwhile, Norris's race unfolded flawlessly. Every safety car, every tyre call, every moment worked in his favour. Momentum is a strange force in sport. Once it turns against you, everything, from weather to strategy to luck, seems to conspire to keep you down. Piastri is trapped in that cycle right now. Each weekend he tries to fight back, but every small slip costs him dearly. Norris, by contrast, is surfing that same wave of momentum to near perfection. And yet, despite it all, Piastri hasn't lashed out. His post-race interviews remain calm and professional. He admits the recent run has been the worst stretch of his career, but insists it's also been the most educational. His words echo those of great champions, drivers who understand that even the toughest weekends can forge stronger comebacks. Still, time is running out. With only a handful of races remaining, Piastri must stop the bleeding. The gap to Norris may be just 24 points, but the psychological gulf feels far wider. Unless McLaren restores equality, or luck finally swings back his way, Piastri's title hopes may already be slipping beyond reach. In truth, no one outside McLaren knows the full story. Maybe it's technical, maybe it's psychological, or maybe, as conspiracy-minded fans suggest, the team has chosen its champion. What's clear is that this saga has transformed McLaren's dream season into a political thriller, one that could define the next era of Formula One. So, what do you think? Has McLaren subtly shifted its loyalty to Lando Norris, or are we simply witnessing the natural swing of momentum in a fierce title battle? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss any of our latest videos.